I think Chewie is going to want his bowcaster back. Good day, and here we have Heretic, a fantasy FPS published in 1994 by id Software and developed by Raven Software. This was the first of many great Raven and id Software collaborations that would later lead to such great games as Hexen, Soldier of Fortune, and many others. While this game may look like just a generic Doom clone, it is in fact not, as it introduced many elements that advanced the FPS genre as a whole. In this game, you actually have an inventory system, and you can find numerous items that are quite useful, like the Quartz Flask, which serves as a portable medkit, and of course, the Morph Ovum. You know it's a legendary FPS when you have a magical item that turns enemies into chickens! Now all I need are 11 herbs and spices. I think it's time to raise that alchemy skill. By far, the most notable item you can find are the Wings of Wrath. Now, one must remember that back in the early 1990s, looking up and down was a pretty big deal. You couldn't do it in Wolfenstein 3D, and you couldn't even do it in Doom. But here, you can collect an item that allows you to fly up and down. At the time, this blew my mind. Heretic also introduced the concept of the alternate fire mode. In the game, you can find Tomes of Power, and these will power up your weapons. Heretic also had a fairly deep story. Too bad it doesn't actually show up in-game. Rather, in the instruction manual it is explained that one of the 3 serpent riders, known as Despero, has invaded Parthoris, and has bent it to his will, and you must embark on an epic journey to kill him and free the planet. Heretic would kick off the amazing Serpent Riders trilogy. And that was pretty unique for an FPS at the time, because most first-person shooters barely bothered to have a story at all, much less start an epic trilogy. Since this is a Doom engine game, it will work with GZDoom, and I highly recommend playing this game with that source port, as you will get updated lighting, modern controls, and best of all, you will be able to use the mini Heretic WADs. If you missed this game back in the day, I highly recommend getting a copy, as it is an FPS that is fairly unique. And so, this is John, wishing you good Mage Slayer, good Bard's Tale, or whatever makes you happy.